Hi, here's Simon from 3dalmanac.com. Today we have a look at today's March Madness Daily Mindblower. It's the Growing Up Skin Merchant Resource Bundle for Genesis3 by Genesis3 and Raya. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It is a bundle consisting out of the main Growing Up Skin products for Genesis3 female and male, and the adult add-ons. These needed to be split out for some compliance reasons on the dev side, if I understood this correctly. And it is, as we are going to see, these are a set of young child to young adult skins, including some nice options that we are going to have a look at. It's a merchant resource, so if you are an artist who is creating products to sell, you can use this skin as a basis for your own skin. You don't see that so often, so I think this might be pretty useful, and we might see derivatives of this in quite a few products. So this is of course designed to go with the Growing Up morphs, character morphs, also by Genesis3, so where you can create children and teenagers and young adults of different ages. So let's have a look how this works. So let's start with the girl. I prepared here Genesis3 male and females, and the girl and the boy I applied already the maximum 5 to 6 year old shape from the Growing Up bundle, but beside that, this is a standard G3F base figure. So let's have a look what this looks like. So you see you have your materials for 3DL and for Iray. Let's have a look in the Iray folder. You have at the end, you have on this 3D Light, you have exactly the same objects, just for 3D Light. So we'll concentrate on the Iray stuff now, and you can assume that everything you can do for the Iray things you can also do on 3D Light. So let's apply the skin. Of course, I first have to select the girl, and you see the skin is applied. Let's zoom a bit in and get an Iray preview. Takes a second. So, but here's already rendering, and you see, so maybe we should get her some hair to look a bit nicer. Maybe Rain's hair is nicely looking. So and you can see this is a very nice and clean skin, very useful looking, and of course without any, as Des would say, anatomical feature, because it's targeted as for kid characters. And let's have a look at her face a bit. Going back to texture shader to be better able to zoom in, and let's render this again. And let's wait a second until we see more of the skin. The hair now takes a bit, with the hair it takes a moment longer until we have a reasonable result. But you see, yeah, now it's getting better. If you look at the lips, you see this is a very natural looking skin, and still very useful and very matching to child or youth characters. Okay, let's go back to the text shader and have a look what we get here. So first thing I would like to look at are the eye color. So I have to apply it to the right thing. She comes with a couple of eye colors. This is a standard one that we already have. It's a brownish one. Here we have a grayish one, a bluish one. I think that's a bit green or gray. And another one, I think we would need to render to really see this, but we'll stop this. So there is a special custom color eye, and I think this is a really fun thing. If you go to the Surface tab and select the irises, you can go to the base color and select the base color. So let's say we want to have a light green eye. You can set it, and let's have a look how it looks like. This is at the moment pretty reflective, but now the green is coming through. Yeah, this takes some time. So this probably takes some rendering until this is really looking good, as often with very specific eye colors, but you get the idea behind it. So let's try it again, maybe with a red. Let's have a zombie. And re-render here. And we have a really scary horror girl. So this is a fun thing. Can leave it here for rendering for a second. And so this is the first thing. The second thing we have two eyelash options. So the first one is the one that you're already seeing. It's with short eyelashes, and you can also have her with long eyelashes, as you can see here. So the next option is a little bit more complicated. So to show this, I will go back to the text shader. As you see in the standard version, this pack comes without any eyebrows, and there are a couple of eyebrows that you can use. can see a nice variety. And you see here layered, so this is a layer texture that you can add to the skin, but you have to be a bit careful here, and that's why I'm now only going to show one of them. You can't just switch them, so if you click first this one and then this one is not gone, but you add them and then you have big layers of hair. So I'm going to add this one. I believe this takes a second with the layer to be adapted. Yes, you see it's you now see this eyebrow, and now you can fine tune. And to fine tune, you have to go again to the Surfaces tab on the face, and you go here on the texture and here on layered image editor. This also takes a second, and it's opening on the wrong screen. So let's first zoom to fit to see this, and now you see you here have this brown, and this is one texture and one mask that is included here. And though the first thing you can do is you can work on the opacity. It's a little bit not very real time, so now it's much less. And you can change the color. So let's give her some pink eyebrow. You probably don't want to have it, but you get the idea. You want to have some more blondish. What's a good color for blonde? Probably more in this area. This is too orange, so probably for natural colors here, but if you go here in the brownish, you can get a reasonable color for eyebrow. You can select this, and there are also different blend modes. You can see additive blend is very strong. You can have an alpha channel blend. This is a standard. I think that gave a good idea. Or this. So let's keep it for that. You probably can also with this blend option add multiple of these eyebrows and get interesting effects here. So this is really something that you would need to play around a bit. It's also a new package for me, so I just tried it a bit just a couple of minutes ago, but I think you have here a lot of options and ways to be very creative. So click on accept and see how it looks like on the texture shader. Takes a second, as you see. And you can see now we reduced the opacity. It's much lighter. Instead of black, we have a light brown. I think at least in the texture shader, it is looking like it is matching very well to the hair. So let's have a look and do a render here again. Let's keep her red eyes and render again. And now even with this very grainy render, you can already see through the settings we did in the layer editor, you now get a very light fuzz hair in the eyebrows. Probably you could take a smaller one, but I think it's not very unrealistic in the form, but it looks like it's very thin and fine hair, as you often see on children, so it really looks realistically, and it was just a couple of clicks without trying a lot, so I think if you really experiment a bit, you can get really good results here. So I don't think we want to wait until the red eyes really look good in the render, but so much for the girl. Let's go back to the texture shader, and I think we've seen everything. Yes, you see you have the different eyebrow options, and you can play around with it a bit. So we also have to remove the hair. So let's switch over to the boy. Let's have in him, oh, he's, if you zoom out, he's looking very funny, the little boy with a beard in the standard texture of G3M, but we will change this in a second. So let's select here the growing up resource. We also go in the array folder here. It's exactly the same. You can see everything duplicates on the 3D Light option, so there is not really a difference in options here, only in different results from different render engines. So apply the young skin, and I'm pretty sure we'll see a big difference here when the little beard is gone. Takes a second. Oh, I think I did something wrong here. I have to reapply. Yeah, now it looks much better. So to try to apply this on the girl, this probably didn't work. So, and we see now the skin, and let's go back to the array shader to have a quick first look. And as while we wait for render here, you can see the options for the boy are almost the same. Also the different colors of the eye, different eyebrows. I believe from looking at them that they are a bit different, which makes sense. So probably you can try if you can mix and match them. I haven't tried that. There are no eyelash options, which also probably makes sense, at least for the most boys. We have the same here, but you can also see here it's a pretty useful and clean skin. Let's have a look at the head and zoom in. Sorry, so head, zoom in, I think. And you see here, we change this a bit. This is a really nice children face with a very nice skin. You also see this very detailed and realistic lips that I like a lot. The eyes are nice. The coloring and color gradient around the eyes is pretty realistic. And now as it gets better, we really see the details in the skin. Very nice. So I think that's all I'm going to show here regarding the boy, because as we already seen, the rest is almost the same. So let's have a quick look at the adult products, and you will now see why this has to be sold as separate products, because as does says the anatomy, so you would say the genitals are not included, of course, in the children package, because this is never done, and for probably good reasons. But the skin is also usable for adults. They come with a special adult variant of it, and they come with so let's open the woman here. We should probably zoom out a bit. We were still on iRay, so this takes a second. Yeah, but it has not zoomed out. And let's first go to the texture shader back again and let's apply the skin and go back in the iRay preview. So, and you can see this is also still a very clean skin, probably also best used for more young adults. But I think that's the idea behind the set, so that you have a skin set that is matching to the growing up shapes, where you can really build characters from young children up to young adults. So this is pretty matching. You can see here already that the chants are shown in the skin already, or painted into the skin, but you also have the possibility here to apply the anatomy. So let's apply the Genesis3 female genitalinia, and then let's go back to the product and select it and apply the material. And then you can see here this is a full usable adult skin. So let's zoom to the head. So you can see there are small differences. It looks a bit more mature, the skin, but still useful. So, but you see in a lot of little nuances there is a difference. You can use all the options, the eyelash and eyebrow options from the main package. Also here on the adult figure. The same for the eyes, and also with this custom eye color stuff, you can all do this here. It comes as an extra with 5 makeup options. I believe these makeup options are not part of the merchant resource agreement, so everything else you can use in a very varied form in own commercial products that you are doing. But I believe these makeup options are not part of it. So this is pretty much the same as with every other adult skin. I also like here that this is not just a let's say solid color that is just over the lips, but you can see this fine structuring you already had in the unmaked up lips. You also have it here in the makeup, so this is also very good looking. I like this very much. So much for the women. So let's have the same look at the adult man. Zoom out a bit. I should have changed the preview, but we can do this now directly anyway. So it's zooming out, and then change. Let's go back to all. To the adult add-on. No, this was not what we wanted to select. That's not a good adult add-on for a girl, for a man. So you see here, we come here also. Let's select this back on the array side. It comes with a skin in 2 variation, one for anatomy, one for use without the chance. So because we want to apply it anyway, I'll choose now the I think let's see if it does something for use with the autonomy. Probably we first have to switch it off. It doesn't seem to work anymore. Let's go to the texture shader. And then first you see here, this is prepared to attach his chance. So let's do this. Here we have the chance. By the way, I think that's the first of our videos where our warning from the beginning of the video is really needed. So I hope you are all already know how this looks like and are not shocked. So let's select this and apply the Gen Mats, and you see now this is let's render this. Hopefully it works now. Yeah, it's loading again. I think we just lost him a bit and did too much at once. Now it looks like we have lost it. It's not loading again and it's not showing anything. So let me quickly stop the video and try to get sorted this out. 1 second, please. So we are back. Restart of DeStudio did the job. It is rendering again. So you see again more a skin of a young adult, but very matching for this for the idea behind the set. So let's have a look again. So we have here the option. So instead of makeup like with a female adult add-on, we have here some hair add-on layers. You see these are also layers, so you can handle this the same as you can use the eyebrow options from the main packages that you also can use here. So let's apply this. You don't really see this yet, so this probably takes a second. We loaded it again to the wrong person. So it takes a moment to load. And now it's re-rendering. That is looking good. Now you see there is quite a bit of pressed hair or body hair that you can also edit and lighten off and give some color in the layer editor as discussed earlier. So let's zoom in again on the head. And have a look at the second option that we have here, the facial hair, also important for a guy, an adult one. Especially young adults are often very proud of their facial hair. So when you once got it, so, and as you can see, it's not a full bird, but it's usable for basics, and especially if you look at it in the form of a merchant resource, it's probably useful to have something like that to adjust it. Also, it can be used in the layer editor and maybe bake it in to provide it without necessarily buy one of the nice Baird options. There's this Whiskers Baird, just came out a couple of days ago. That is very useful. So I think we really have a very complete set with a lot of options. I personally really like a lot of the details in the skin, especially the lips are very beautiful made, but also the rest, these are high quality skins. So generally we can say this is a nice product. It's not cheap. You can if you buy it as a bundle, it's the full retail price is $50. You can buy all the single packages, so only the useful boy or girl packages, and also the add-ons for the adult women and men, but if you buy some as a single packages, they are much more expensive. So one of the main packages is, I think, around $24 main retail price, and I think $12 or $13 for the add-ons. So if you add this up, you really save a lot with a bundle. Currently, of course, this is in a March Madness. You currently get 40% base rebate on the bundle, so it's around $30 without any additional options, and you can, as you know, get up to 20 real %, so up to 60% if you use the March Madness to its fullest. So in the sale, it's a very, very good buy. You get a lot of this. This is very versatile. You can use it for a lot of things. It's a merchant resource, probably not important for a lot of you, but for those where it is important, this is a big deal. And at the full price, it's probably worth it, as far as you can say it, with a generally high pricing, high rebate politics that the Death Store has. But if you get it for a good rebate now in the March Madness or later, it's good. It's high quality. If you need something like that, if you need good skins for young characters, this is probably a must buy. Okay, I hope I could give you a good overview about this Daily Mindblower we had today, or still have today. So thank you for listening. If you have any questions, any comments, please leave a comment either on YouTube or on our site. Visit us at 3d-almanac.com, and thank you for viewing. Goodbye.